So this video is about mean, absolute deviation, and variation. So the first thing is the mean absolute deviation. So that is called MAD, and we use it to determine the variability of the data. Variability is the measure of different things, scores, results, ages, with mean as the reference. So for the MAD, the mean absolute deviation, the first thing you're going to need to do is find the mean of your data. Once you find your mean, you're going to subtract each data value from the mean. So you're going to do the mean minus whatever your data values are. Okay, then you're going to take the absolute value of each difference and that's finding the difference of each value from the mean by making sure all the numbers are positive. And then number 4 says find the mean of these values. That's the MAD. So you're finding the mean, subtracting the mean from each one, making sure all the numbers are positive, and then finding the mean again. So let's go ahead and try our practice problem. The following set of data shows the ages of volunteers at the Special Olympics. Calculate the MAD for this data. Okay, so let's go ahead and list all these numbers. 12, there's 2 13s, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 15s, 1, 2, 3, 4 15s, 2 17s, and an 18. Okay, now we need to find the mean of this. So we have to add them all up and divide by how many there are. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 numbers. Hmm. 4, 17, 17, 18. So 150 divided by 10 is going to give us 15. So we're going to put this number 15, the same number, all throughout here. Okay, so then once you've done this, you're going to do the mean minus the number. So 15 minus 12 is 3. 15 minus 13 is 2. 15 minus 15 is 0. 15 minus 17 is a negative 2. Again, another negative 2. 15 minus 18 is negative 3. But we really don't care about these negatives because everything has to be positive. So 3, 2, 2, 0, 0, 0, 0, 2, 2, 3. So this is what your table should look like so far, so make sure this is what it looks like. So now in order to find the MAD, we have to add up all of these values we just found. So let's add them up. I'm not going to put the zeros in because they don't matter. 2, 2, 3. So our total is 14, and we have to divide by how many we had. Well, we already said there were 10. So the mean absolute deviation is 14 divided by 10, which is 1.4. So that is the MAD. Okay, let's go back. Calculate the MAD for the given data set. So step 1 is find the mean. So go ahead and pause this video and find the mean of this data set. When you're done, unpause. Okay, so when you added them all up, you should have got 150, and there are 10 numbers, so when you do 150 divided by 10, you get 15. Okay, step 2 is to find the difference between each of these. So I'm just going to go ahead and do, doesn't matter, it really doesn't matter which way you subtract. You just have to make sure that all the numbers are positive. So the difference between 15 and 11 is going to be 4. So there's 4 4s. Okay, so I finished the 11. 13, there's a difference of 2. 14, there's 1. 17, so between 15 and 17, there's 2 spaces. 19, there's 4 spaces. And 20, there's 5. So I just went ahead and just found the difference between the two, and I just made it positive. So then step 3 is to find the MAD. So you have to add these all up and divide by 10. And I got 32. So 32 divided by 10 is going to give you 3.2. So the MAD is 3.2. When the mean absolute deviation is, let's go back up for a second. So if we're going to compare, if we compare this one with the other one, with example 1, so example 2 has a higher MAD than example 1. So example 2 has a higher variability. Which means example 2 is more spread out. Okay, so let's go down to the little pictures below. When a mean absolute deviation is small, that means that the data is bunched closely together. So there's low variability. If it's more spread out, it has a greater variability. That means your mean absolute deviation is a large number. So it's a high variability. Okay, for each of the following, find the MAD, which data has the smallest variability and which data has the largest compared to each other. So go ahead and pause this video. When you are done, unpause it and check your answers. So remember, the first thing you have to do, your first step, let's see, I'll put it down here. Your first step is to find the mean. Your second step is to find the difference. And your third step is to find the MAD, which is the mean from step number 2. So the mean absolute deviation for number 1 is 1.2, number 2 is 3.3, and number 3 is 4.4. So the smallest variation is number 1, and the largest variation is number 3. Remember, the greater the MAD, the greater the variability. Okay, that's all for this video.